a warm welcome. I'm Sarah Sutton. I'm a yoga teacher in North Yorkshire. I imagine you're a bit frustrated at the moment because you can't attend your regular yoga classes. So I've put together some videos to share with you of my yogic practice. You can either do one or two of the sections, or you could put them all together. But do make sure that you have some nice relaxation at the end. So take yourself into Shavasana when you've finished your practice to give your mind and body a little rest. If any of the postures feel too strong for you today, then come out of them, have a little rest, and just join in with what feels right for you. We're going to start this practice with some breath awareness, and you can either do it sitting down or lying down. Most of my students prefer to lie down. So if you'd like to lie down, then come down onto your back. And you can either come into semi-supine with the knees bent and the feet on the floor, or Shavasana with your legs extended. A nice gap between the legs to relax the hips. If you feel any discomfort in Shavasana, then place a bend in the knees and have the feet on the floor. This just helps to support your back. So when you're in your comfortable position, close your eyes if you're happy to, and take your awareness to your breath. So just observe your breathing. Breathe in and out through the nostrils, and continue to breathe through the nostrils throughout the practice if that feels okay for you today. Inhaling and exhaling. And start to deepen your breath, breathing all the way in and all the way out. Breathing in deeply, and exhaling fully. This time is for you, so try and switch off from the busyness of your day. Inhaling relaxation into your body and exhaling away any tension. Inhaling relaxation into your mind and exhaling away any worries or concerns. With each exhalation, just let them go. If you find that your mind is wandering into the past or drifting into the future, gently bring your awareness back to this moment, back to your breath. Use the breath as an anchor throughout the practice to keep you in the present moment. The present moment is all there is. Taking your awareness now to your belly, you may like to place your hands on your belly. Be aware of your belly expanding with each breath in and deflating, falling with each breath out. Taking your awareness now to your lungs, you may like to place your hands just on the side of the rib cage. Be aware of your lungs inflating with each breath in and deflating with each breath out. And also be aware of your ribs moving in tandem with your breath. And then take your awareness to your chest. You may like to place your hands on your upper chest, just below the collarbones. Be aware of the gentle rise and fall of your chest as you breathe in and out. If you have placed your hands on your chest, lightly return them to either the side of your body if you're lying down or into your lap if you're sitting. Continuing to be aware of your breath throughout the practice. Breath awareness helps to calm your mind and calm your body. Use the breath as an anchor to keep you in the present moment. So if you're sitting, you might like to lie down now. We're going to lie down either in Shavasana with the legs extended or semi-supine with the knees bent. So bringing some movement into the body now, we're going to do some movement with the breath. As you breathe in, slowly take your arms overhead and have a nice stretch. As you breathe out, return your arms back to the side of your body. Breathing in, take your arms overhead. If your legs are extended, point the toes as you stretch your fingers. As you breathe out, slowly return the arms back to the side of the body. And we'll do that one more time. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now, bring your knees in towards your chest. And just gently rock your knees from side to side. And then place both of the feet on the floor so that your knees are bent. And lift your hands off the floor and take your awareness to your hands. You're going to clench your hands into tight fists and stretch the fingers, clenching and stretching, clenching and stretching, being mindful of sensations in your hands. Then start to circle your hands and be mindful of sensations in your wrists. Change the direction of the circles. Flick all the fingers on both hands. Place the palms together, give your hands a rub, a little bit faster, and then return your arms back to the side of your body. So bringing your knees in towards your chest again. Have another little rock from side to side. And now we're going to take our awareness to the feet. So support your legs. You can either have your hands on the shins or behind the thighs. You might like to take your knees wide and take your hands down towards your ankles. We're going to circle the feet now and be mindful of sensations in the feet and also the ankles. circling in one direction and then the other. Taking both of your legs up into the air. Start to point your toes and flex your feet. Toes come towards you. Pointing your toes up towards the ceiling and then pointing them down towards you. Pointing and flexing the feet. Being mindful now of sensations in the feet, but also in your legs. And then start to lower the feet back down again. Placing them on the floor, the feet on the floor, and taking your feet a bit wider than hip distance, and take your arms a little bit further away from your body. We're going to do a twisting motion now with the knees from side to side. So start by taking a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, take your knees towards the floor on the right and gently turn your head to the left. As you breathe in, come back to center, and as you breathe out, take your knees towards the floor on the other side, turning your head in the opposite direction to your knees. Breathing in, come back to center. Continue to take your knees slowly from side to side, turning your head in the opposite direction to your knees. Being mindful of sensations in your back, in your hips, and in your neck. Next time your knees are in the centre and your head's in the centre, you're going to come into the lying cobbler's pose. So bring your knees and feet close together, and then take both knees out to the sides, bringing the soles of the feet together, and then place your hands on your belly. Being aware now of the gentle rise and fall of your belly as you breathe in and out. Also be aware of the stretch in your groin and inner thighs. If the stretch feels too strong for you, then just come back to semi-supine, bring your knees back together again and focus on your breathing. If any of the stretches feel too strong for you, come out of them. Have a rest and join in again when you feel ready. Be kind to yourself and only do what feels right for you today. So bringing the knees back together again, bring them in towards your chest. Keeping your knees together, you're going to circle your knees. Give your lower back a little massage. And then change the direction of the circles. We're going to work gently on the back now. We're going to do a movement called Apanasana. We start by placing the hands on the knees. As you breathe in, you move the knees away until your arms are straight. As you breathe out, you bring the knees closer towards the chest, placing your hands on the shins. As you breathe in, hands go back on the knees and you move them away until your arms are straight. Breathing out, thighs towards the chest. Maybe squeeze the knees the thighs a bit closer towards the chest. And breathing in, move the knees away. You may prefer to take your knees out towards your armpits. That may be a little bit more comfortable. But continue this movement with the breath, Apanasana, and be mindful of sensations in your back. next time you breathe in, lower the feet back to the floor, coming back to semi-supine. Knees bent. We're going to continue to work on the back, and we're going to have a little gap between the two big toes. Arms down by the side of the body. As you breathe in, you're going to push through the soles of the feet to raise the lower back a couple of inches off the floor. As you breathe out, lower the back gently down to the floor. So breathing in, you're just coming up a couple of inches. And as you breathe out, lower the back gently down. If you feel any discomfort as you're doing this movement, then just lower your back to the floor and rest in semi-supine, just focusing on your breathing. If your back's feeling okay, you can start to raise the lower back a little bit higher each time you breathe in, and lower the back gently down towards the floor each time you breathe out. So we're just coming up a couple of inches as you breathe in, maybe a little bit higher, and as you breathe out, lowering the back down to the floor. This movement is really helping to strengthen your back, but do be careful. If you're feeling any discomfort, then just rest. If your back is still feeling okay and you'd like to take it a step further, we're going to move the arms as we raise the lower back off the floor. We're going to take them overhead. So breathing in, the arms come overhead. And as you breathe out, lower the back to the floor, returning your arms back to the side of your body. And we'll do that again, breathing in, raising the lower back, taking your arms overhead, moving into the thoracic part of your back, and then breathing out, lowering the arms and lowering the back. We'll do that one more time, breathing in and breathing out. And then when you're ready, bring your knees back in towards your chest. And again, have a little rock from side to side. And then lower the feet to the floor so that you're back in semi-supine. Now you could just stay resting in semi-supine for a little while, or you can do a sequence with me that works on your core muscles, your abdominal muscles and your lower back muscles. We breathe in and bring the knees in towards the chest. As you breathe out, you bring the thighs closer towards the chest. As you breathe in, you take both legs up straight and slightly flex the feet so your toes come towards you. As you breathe out, slowly lower the legs to the floor, but do place a bend in the knees if it becomes too strong for you. Again, for those that want to, breathing in, bring the knees in towards the chest. Breathing out, bring the thighs closer towards you. Breathing in, take both of your legs up straight, flex the feet. And as you breathe out, slowly lower the legs to the floor, but do place a bend in the knees if it's too strong. You'll be feeling it in your lower back and your abdominal muscles. One more time, in time with your own breath. And when you've completed the sequence for the last time, come back to the position with your knees in towards your chest, and you can either rock your knees from side to side, you could just hug your knees or circle them. Do what feels right for you. Placing both feet on the mat again, knees bent. We're going to do the eye of the needle now, sometimes known as the figure of 4. Placing the right foot or the ankle on the left thigh. You could either stay like this, or to increase the stretch, lift the left foot off the floor and bring the left thigh closer towards you. To increase the stretch even more, see if you can take both hands behind the left thigh and interlace the fingers And then make sure your head is nice and still and grounded on the floor so there's no tension in your neck. And just see if you can stay here a little while longer, tuning into your breathing. If it's too strong, go back to semi-supine. Continuing to breathe in and out through the nose. And we'll do the same on the other side. So bring yourself back to semi-supine, both feet on the floor, knees bent. And then take your left foot or ankle onto your right thigh. Just rest it there. Either stay like this or lift your right foot off the floor. Take your hands behind the right thigh. Interlace the fingers and then lower your head back to the floor so your head is nice and still and grounded with no tension in the neck. Focus only on your breathing. And then we come back to semi-supine. We're going to work on the hips now. We're going to bring both knees in towards the chest. Take both knees wide and have your two big toes touching. You're going to circle the knees out to the side. So draw circles with your knees. And be mindful now of sensations in your hips. Change the direction of the circles. And you can either come back into semi-supine or keep both of your knees wide and take both feet out to the side, keeping your knees bent. We'll come into happy baby. See if you can take hold of your toes. If you can't reach your toes, then place your hands on your shins. Taking your awareness back to your breath. And feel the lengthening of your spine. Bring both of your feet back together, return them to the floor. Take 3 nice deep breaths, breathing all the way in and all the way out. Breathing in deeply, exhaling fully. One more deep breath in and out. Return to your natural breath, your normal breath. And just observe and notice the effects of the practice. Coming into sitting now, you could either come over onto your side, place a hand on the floor to push yourself into sitting, or you could bring your knees in towards your chest and do a spinal rock forwards and backwards, giving you the momentum to come into sitting. And we're just going to finish this section, the lying down section, by saying Namaste, which just means the light in me salutes the light in you. Namaste. Take care, keep safe, and hopefully see you again soon.